And in more news from the region, the Palestinian coastal enclave of Gaza is set to be even more isolated than what it already is. The tiny strip of land is surrounded by fences both on land and at sea. And now the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, announced the construction of yet another defensive barrier, which some see as an electoral move. Wion World is One's Daniele Pagani has more from Amman in Jordan.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated Israel is reinforcing the barrier running along the border with the Gaza Strip.
בסוף השבוע התחלנו בהקמת המכשול העילי בגבול עזה. המכשול ימנע חדירת טרוריסטים מעזה לשטחנו מעל פני הקרקע. ולצד זה אני מבקש להבהיר, אם בעזה לא ישמרו על השקט, נדע לקבל החלטות גם בתקופת בחירות ולא נהסס לפעול.
The 6-meter-high fence will run for 65 kilometers and will pair with an underground barrier Israel has been building around Gaza to prevent potential underground attacks from the wide network of cross-border tunnels. The fence will be equipped with sensors to spot and prevent any possible trespassing. Israel is also nearing completion of a 200 meters long sea barrier on the northern Gaza border, where shallow waters prevent Israeli military vessels to operate. The sea barrier is made of underground boulders equipped with anti-seismic sensors and a surface fence. Netanyahu's announcement comes after a period of relative calm on the Gaza border. Some see the fence's renewal 2 months before the general elections as an attempt by the Prime Minister to boost consensus. Netanyahu, who also holds the position of Ministry of Defense, had come under growing criticism for his approach towards Hamas, the Islamist organization ruling in Gaza. Right-wing politicians and citizens have criticized his handling of the escalation in November 2018, when a botched Israeli undercover operation inside Gaza prompted Hamas to fire hundreds of missiles against southern Israel. The Prime Minister had advocated back then and worked towards a ceasefire instead of a heavy military intervention. For the 2 million Palestinians living in Gaza, this is yet another step towards isolation. For citizens of Gaza, traveling out of the coastal enclave, it is nearly impossible. USAID, the US Agency for International Development, has also recently decided to stop all economic assistance to both Gaza and the West Bank, forcing many Palestinians into unemployment.
I worked for a year. The project was supposed to be a 5-year project and ends in 2020. I was repairing my house. I wrote promissory notes of large amounts of money for many people. So this is surprising for me to be told that my work has ended. I cannot go back to it. How am I supposed to pay the loans back? How am I supposed to pay the debts? I'm going to end up in jail.
The United States considers a Gaza-ruling Hamas a terrorist organization. Washington's decision falls under the Anti-Terrorism Clarification Act, which allows cutting aid to recipients involved in acts of war. The relation with Palestinians in general, but in particular with Gaza and Hamas, is always one of the main topics during Israeli election, and this is perhaps why the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu decided to announce the renewal of the border fence right now. Maybe he wishes to booster his consensus. To be honest, he's actually facing a very hard election. He faces legal charges, some defections from within his own ranks, and also a growing criticism back at home. It won't be easy for him to retain the prime ministership also for the coming years. Daniele Pagani in Jordan, reporting for Wion, World is One.